All different ways. I mean, some of them, they're just sort of guitar, bass, 2 guitar parts, six string bass and keyboards and stuff, and then I then hear it, and then I play various things, and sometimes Robert will say, look, the vocals are going to come here, they're going to come here, and they come here. And sometimes I will put into click tracks kind of things to let me know that when the vocals are coming, I don't know, dog whistle or whatever it is that kind of that differentiates it from 4 or 5 different sections. Yeah, it's always different. I mean, and sometimes they're totally done, and sometimes they're just sort of ideas, and then we kind of play around with them, and then it comes from that. Sometimes I play stuff, and then Robert kind of, and the rest of the band, and Paul Corkett, producer, they pick the bits that they like, and then we kind of assemble other bits. Then maybe I'll do a live take of those other bits, the fills that are liked and various rhythms. And then sometimes Robert has something really specific that he's written with a drum machine, whatever, programming, and I kind of recreate that fragile thing, that what you said, that hi-hat bit, he wrote that bit. Because he doesn't do the vocals straight away, sometimes the rhythms are there, and I think that he then can sculpt the vocals around where the rhythm falls. And I mean, if you can hear some of those fills in Fragile, they bounce off the vocal and stuff like that. And so he's obviously put that quite specifically in those places.
Well, the first one was the improv, wasn't it? Was like a jam. But whatever came out, and then it's just coming there. So obviously we know it's 4/4. So the time signature is always at 4/4 and happening what we can do in 4/4, because we communicate, it's just natural, not sort of overpower or something, 7/4 was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Because the 7/4 is like having 2 7/4s, like saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's what the cycle is. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's what the division is, And then in between you have that 7, which is tin, tilikadada, tilikadada, tilikadada.
So that 7/1 had like 7, so it was 7, 3 7s, and then a 5/4.
And then we changed to 5.
And then 5/8, and then it goes back to 7. And then you just sort of repeat that structure, and then it goes into another 5/4.
But we went to 4/4, didn't we? Yeah, we went another.
And then it ends in 4/4.
Tilikadada, tilikadada, tilikadada. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
With The Cure, I mean, Paul Corkett, the co-producer and producer, and Robert, the sound is dictated by where we recorded, like Rockfield. So Rockfield Studios in Monmouthshire. It's got a great drum room. So on the album, the sound that is the sound of that room. So obviously, Corky is doing loads of other things to it to make it sound great. But no, I don't have a default kind of thing. I mean, I just anything that sort of suits the song and sounds great. But I do like a big rip-roaring sound. Yeah. There is definitely songs where I do change, but most of them, a lot of time is spent in the studio to sort of work out the right fills and things like that kind of really work well. Obviously there are sort of specific fills in between days and those sort of things. Yeah, no, I do change it, but most of the time I don't actually. It sort of sounds good. Yeah. And sometimes I don't, fill into specific sections. I sort of fill after the section. I think that they're more sort of dramatic sometimes if it kind of comes in and then you sort of play on the other side of the when the chorus is in, and then that is a kind of accent sort of thing.
I think we've asked some good questions and the guys have been amazing. So let's have another round of applause for Sirish and for Jason. Incredible. Thank you, guys.